Hey all, and welcome back to what may be the final portion of the Spyro 2 Reignited playthrough. You see Spyro there, he's ready to go, he's warmed up, which is good because we're in the Winter Tundra now, the final hub of the game. Not as many levels here as there were in the Autumn Plains, which is fine by me because I prefer more hubs with like smaller selections of worlds. I don't know about you, mate.
No, for sure. I think it's a good small collection of levels, and then, you know, there's a natural flow to them. Having too many, it's just like, by the end you're like, oh, we have another one? Okay. This one the pacing is a lot nicer. And in general, I think most of the levels are pretty easy to go through. There's only one that gave me a bit of trouble, which we may have just literally passed by.
Let's see. Oh, Mystic Marsh. There's a few tricky orb challenges in there, but otherwise it's fine.
In general, it's interesting. I was doing some research by way of just watching 100% Spyro 2 speedruns, and one of the things is apparently Winter Tundra was always planned to be the smallest world. It wasn't a situation where, you know, they ran out of time or anything. It was always planned to sort of follow this arc.
Huh. Interesting. Well, I'm going to skate away from the professor, skate away from the truth, because we're going to finish off the Winter Tundra hub before we do anything else. I love icy, snowy locales in video games. I know we discussed, like, what's our least favourite, like, level trope, but what are your favourites, mate?
I mean, I love beach levels because, well, I don't live anywhere near one, so it's a, you know, little bit nice bit of escapism. I loved, you know, the GameCube generation where they just said, yo, let's make it tropical. That was the best. Winter, I think it hits a bit too close to home for me.
Yeah, I can totally understand that, mate.
That said, like, one of my actual favorite winter levels, because, like, I don't love a lot of winter levels, but the ones that I do are the ones that are, like, city winter. Like, I think Sonic Advance 2's winter stage.
Yes.
Where it's, like a wintry city, but it's, like, you know, you see the lights on, and I'm like, I love that. You know, that I really enjoy. Not so much just mountains of snow.
Oh, an orb. That was a particularly tricky secret to find in the original, but I know the score now with my big, sort of adult brain.
Yeah, that was one I think I remember in the marathon. I literally just ended up looking up a YouTube video mid-marathon to be like, how do I get to this stupid thing?
Oh, where are you, you motherfucker?
It was a bit of a challenge, but hey, you know what? I completed it. That's in the past. This is the now.
Oh, yes. There's the super portal. Unfortunately, not active right now. We need Ripto's gem in order to make it work and whatnot. The Phantom Ruby, if you will.
Yeah, it looks a little bit like that. Shoutouts to my friend Liam, who is creating a mod that removes all the Forces references in Sonic Mania.
Wow. That's next level pay.
It's called the Deforced mod.
Wow, it actually works on multiple levels.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, even the professor can teleport now.
Everyone has warping technology.
This touchy gate should work perfectly with the help of your impressive orb collection.
Ah, Metropolis. That's where the cows I mentioned earlier are.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in general, the themes of the last world are kind of cool because they go between a lot of stuff that's like robotic versus like, you know, farm and nature. So there's some cool stuff with that. I actually like the themes quite a bit here.
You couldn't have installed a ramp or something? Come on.
If you think it's bad for Spyro, just wait till imagine how Ripto has to get up there.
No, he seemed to move pretty fast in the cutscene.
It's true, it's true.
Alright, Spyro. Now that you've got the orbs, Ripto's demise is only moments away, right? Right? Well, anyway, good luck. He's right through this door.
We're not quite done yet. Can I get these gems without Prophet the boss? Yes, I can.
Yep, thank you, Sparks.
Alright, there are more gems to collect. We must go to the wall.
And there's an orb up here, too.
Nice! Ah, lovely. How many orbs are there overall?
In this area?
Overall, mate.
Oh, overall. That's a good question.
Only the internet knows the score.
There are a total of 65 orbs in the game.
Okay.
Now, I don't know if that counts the fact that there is no more talismans that we collect, because in these worlds, we instead get orbs when we beat them, because, of course, the talismans were the way of progressing forward, and so there's no real point to getting them in this final world.
Yeah.
So instead they give you orbs for completing levels. Now, I don't know if those count for that. We'll have to see. But we are at 50 of the 65, so hey, we're not too far off.
Nice. Alright, where are the last gems? Over there.
Do you know about, because I just learned about this, the sparks upgrade you get in this game?
No, actually.
So, once you beat Ripto, Sparks actually gets upgraded. Not only does he always point towards gems now, but his radius for collecting gems goes up by 5 times. So he will be, like, if you'll be running, he'll just pick them up even if they're super far away from you. I guess that's a way for once, if you beat the game and, you know, you didn't complete it, a way to make it a bit easier to find the stuff. That was something I never knew about.
There you go. Where you pointed me? Oh, did I miss one? It's always the way. Yeah, there we go.
At least it was a 5 and not a 1.
If it was a 1, I may have lost it, honestly. Like, that's it. The end of HFC as we know it.
Were you trying really hard to not say have a gamer moment?
I'll leave that to your imagination, really.
Alright, Mystic Marsh. This one is, in my eyes, probably the most iconic of the winter levels, just for the fact that I spent a lot of time here.
I don't know, Metropolis is pretty good, the Farms level is decent, Canyon Speedway is pretty cool. Can't really think of any I dislike here.
I think it's just because of the fact that the other ones I had, like, no trouble with completing, but there's one mission here that I had more than a little bit of difficulty with, and this also has a trading quest, which is a crazy idea in this.
Snail elephants. Not really something you see in many other games.
No, it's definitely a unique sort of design.
Speaking of unique designs, this guy's kind of one-to-one with his original design, for better or worse.
Yeah, it's I'm not sure about that. Now, one thing about this level is that there are a lot of power-up portals, but a lot of them require a lot of souls. So, you know, put on your best Grim Reaper outfit and go reap those souls.
I will. For you, Tanner. For you exclusively.
Oh, great. Those monkeys are not very easy to deal with.
Well, thankfully there's a load of fodder around. Oh my god. That was anxiety-inducing.
Well, I remember in the original, they booked it at you.
Hello. Remember, if they're small and coated in armor, you charge them. If they're big, you flame them. If they're big and coated in armor, well, they're the spider creatures from the high caves.
You need probably a super breath or something for that, or some other puzzle element.
Oh, we're getting souls aplenty here, Tanner. The super flame god or super jump will be pleased.
I think in this one it is the just a super jump so that you can get up to the higher platforms there. See, this bottom section isn't so much the part I had the troubles with. It is actually the upper section there, where there is some lovely water you have to deal with.
Ah, yes. The upper area is the tougher of the two, I would say.
Can you just take a look at the coins in the fountain for a sec?
Okay.
Because there is a cameo. They removed it. In the original, on the coins were faces of the developers.
Ah. Kinda cool.
Again, though, being a PS1 game, not that you could pretty much tell, because they were a couple pixels each. But they were pretty famous that they used some pictures of the developers there.
That's pretty nice. They put a lot of work into this one.
Well, I think it's for the levels that are, set outside, because before, that was just purple goo going off to nothing. Instead, they're like, well, let's add a bit of stuff to the background there. It makes it a lot more lived in, it feels.
Yeah, for sure, mate.
A good skybox does wonders.
It's a very calming game to play. Autumn Plains was, like we said, it was a lot of work. It was fun, but it was a lot of work. But with Winter Tundra, I feel the end of the game is near. Like, they're giving me a few cool levels to finish things off, and then a admittedly pretty neat final boss.
I'd say so.
Alright, where are you buggers at?
So yeah, this section, or rather this level, is broken up into 3 sections. You got the bottom area, then you got the tops of trees here, and then you finally have the sort of outer area where you have to do a lot of different stuff. And the missions here for the orbs kind of go across all 3 of them.
I think we've got enough souls at this point, so a super jump should be ready.
Well, not that we need it right now, because that super jump would have just taken us up here. It's just a shortcut for later, for the missions where you need to go up and down quite a bit.
Yeah, for sure.
Again, there is a trading quest here, which takes you across the whole map.
Eagle-eyed viewers may have noticed that my light has gone down a bit since last time. Here, let me show you why. Look at these. I've been getting some skill points.
Very nice.
Can you notice one that hasn't been done before we progressed?
Yeah, that perfect Gulp's Overlook.
Yeah, I tried it. They've buffed him from the original.
Yeah, so, like, one of the things I noticed that the speedrunners were doing was if you stay directly behind him, he continues to turn, and so he won't fire them, but that was in the original. There's a good chance that technique may not work in the in this new version. As, as faithful as you try and make these games for the remakes and remasters, programming changes, so you might have to look up a specific remastered tip.
It's true. I would say these games so far, I haven't played the third one yet, obviously, are 99... Well, let's say 95, just for a bit of margin of error. 99% flawless, perfect, lovely recreations. There's a little bit of finickiness when it came to, like, the supercharge and whatnot in treetops and so on. And, stuff like, the Carlex and the pen and whatnot being a bit janky. And just minor stuff like that. It doesn't really impact playing too much, but you'll notice it if it happens, if you know what I mean. So I'm happy with what Toys for Bob and so on have done, but if jank appears, it's just part of the programming process, I think.
Yeah, and from what I've seen, there are a couple of bigger changes in the third game's remaster, because it was worked on a little bit by another company as well.
I'm really looking forward to getting to Year of the Dragon. Like, I hope I haven't been too dismissive of 2 Reignited, because I do think it's a quality game, both the original and the remake, and I want to make sure the fans of this game don't feel like I've been pushing it to the side to get to the game I like the best either.
Yeah, well, no, you're giving it the time it needs, I feel. You're not just rushing through and pooping on it as some people would, which is, hey, because we all got our preferences. We definitely do.
Some people are, chads and like Sonic Adventure 1, and everyone else likes Sonic Adventure 2, so...
You didn't use the V word, I see. Okay, okay, that's
well,
fine.
Yeah, it's implied, you don't need to belabor your point. No, I'm kidding. Oh, Tom, you incurable prankster. Okay, so I reckon it's time to start doing some missions and whatnot.
I know that there's one NPC out on the very outer reaches of this level, even further beyond here. There he is up there. You can see him with his little buggy.
Strange human man. Oh, what's down here?
Again, it's sort of weird whenever you get a character that you're like, oh, you are just a human, which is seemingly rare but existing in this world.
Also, the swimming doesn't feel as good as it did in the original. It's not outright bad or anything, but maybe if they zoom the camera out a bit more.
I could see that for sure. The swimming in the original was actually very, very, very good, where it might just be like, you know, the Spider-Man 2 swinging, where it's like lightning in a bottle. That's like really hard to replicate.
Maybe so, mate, maybe so. Alright, I've got to go against circles here. Let's try and get where we need to go. Don't be like Vinny Vine Sauce, by the way, and continue to not pay attention and fly into the home portal over and over. Man, the amount of times he had to redo Mystic Marsh was funny at first, then it became sad.
Yeah, it's honestly, I will say, that's one of the reasons why I way prefer pre-recorded sort of Let's Play style ones. It feels like it's easier to pay attention when you are, you know, don't have a live audience.
I don't know, I feel like I'm such an obnoxious, talkative kind of guy. My attention is always going to be split anyway, so it don't really matter if it's live or pre-recorded.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Alright, there are thieves around here. We'll get them.
This was the one of the two that gave me a bit of trouble here. Both of them gave trouble for different reasons. This is the more skill-based one that gave me trouble. The other one is more of a, oh wait, what do I do kind of trouble. You know, there's different kinds of trouble that games can give you.
Oh, there's that fucker.
So these guys like to run circuits, and you have to try and chase them, and don't touch that water, you will get hurt.
The purple water. The regular water's fine.
I wish every game would just give a different name to purple water. I mean, we had Mega Mac in Sonic 2, and that's like the perfect word.
Where'd he go?
Yeah, so this was the problem I had, was that if you end up overtaking them through like one of these jumps, they just go backwards and will immediately reset. They do not have any sort of you know, cooldown on their turnarounds.
Oh, motherfuckers. What are these creatures anyway?
Well, they look like kangaroos that can fly, so probably a mix of like a, you know, like a sugar glider and a kangaroo, I would say.
Nice.
We got one.
Unfortunately, there's 4 more Bastartrons out there.
Thankfully, I don't think most of them don't go over the purple water as much. There is one that runs through this cave here who's a bit of a prankster.
Thankfully, there's no skill points in here. It's mostly just Canyon Speedway, Ripto, Perfect, and Gulp. So, I guess we're good now, honestly.
Yeah, we're pretty good for the end, with the exception of that one Gulp. That's gonna be the tough one. That's the one you need to work on there. So yeah, as you can see, they kind of have the same powers as Spyro. They can glide, they can jump, they use the same portals. It's honestly like a tougher version of the Egg Thieves, just because of the paths they take, and especially with the water there. But hey, you got 2.
Flame, really, really handy. I shouldn't be telling you this like 2 games in, but you know, it bears repeating.
At this point, they fully assume, like, yeah, you should know how to use your controls to their full advantage.
Get on there. You're alright then. Fuck.
Oh, that would have been a good quick kill.
It would have.
Oh yeah, this one just runs in a little circle. This one I like, because it's like, you just, yeah, you can, there you go.
That's kind of insulting, really, but I'll take it.
Cut him off with the flame breath. I think the last one goes across all the tree I keep saying treetops because in the original they looked more like trees, but now they look more like houses here, so, you know. That's why when I first heard that the level treetops gave people trouble in Spyro 1, my mental image immediately went to this level, because I see, you know, you're on the tops of, you know, buildings and trees, but no, it's a different treetops.
Okay, yeah. Well, we'll deal with him in a minute. There's stuff to get in the water here, I think. Nope. The Duck family is down the line. We'll get them later.
Yeah, they're part of the infamous trading quest.
That's not... Well, infamous doesn't really imply bad, per se.
No, but I'd say it's interesting, because it's probably one of the most involved quests in this game. Because not many of them take you across multiple NPCs and you know, all across the map like that.
What?
Huh? Did you just thread the needle and not hit it? How does that even work?
I don't know, there's a little bit of that jank we were talking about.
Bob's toys are starting to break down.
Oh no, we gotta get Jerry. Jerry can fix it. Come on, Tom. Take risks. Got him.
Yes! Oh, wow, you just barely got him with the probably one flame.
I'm back in business. Here, young dragon friend, take this. It's museum quality, but you deserve it.
Thank you, Saberwolf.
Yeah, that's kind of who he reminds me of.
Yeah. I got the orb.
Very nice. I think there's only now one mission left.
Yep, let's go find the professor.
All this work for him. You'll see how ridiculous it kind of is.
Well, you know, he's helping us get home, so... But he kind of brought us here in the first place.
Yeah.
I'm conflicted. On the one hand, good is good. On the other, Professor needs to pull his head out of his arse and realize the implications of his experiments.
Ah, Spyro, so glad you're here. I'm perfectly useless without my trusty pencil, and I seem
Dude,
to have
just
lost it.
go to the
If you
stationery
have this
store or
extra
something.
egg, perhaps you can
Like,
trade it for my
honestly,
pencil.
it's just a pencil. It's just a pencil. So he gives us an egg, and you need to try and figure out, alright, what do I do with each of these items? Because every time you get an item, you'll bring it somewhere, and then that item will give you another item. So the egg, you might go, what do I do with an egg? What do we do with an egg, Tom?
We put it in the nest is what we do, Tanner.
So we put it into the nest. You've killed it, Tom. It's no longer alive.
Well, it didn't say it had to be, like, a living egg or anything.
True.
Caca!
And from that, we get a seed.
And seed goes in pot.
Yep, if you were eagle-eyed, you might have seen there is this pot over here that is shaking quite a bit.
Just not my day today, Tanner.
Well, at least you get to go down here and get your gems.
Gems is good.
And murder Zaboomafoo.
I don't think we had that in the UK, but I know exactly what you're talking about.
I definitely watched a lot of Zaboomafoo as a kid.
I know. It turned you into the man you are today.
I have much knowledge of animals, but can't remember people's names.
A toy little ducky.
What a terrifying looking plant, actually.
Who are we to judge these people?
I don't remember it being like some horrible plant monstrosity, but here we are.
Didn't mean to kill that guy, but whatever, it's in the past now.
It's another soul.
Hey, Mama. Oh, she looks sad.
Like, incredibly sad.
But they're a happy family now.
And we get a root vegetable.
Oh. That'll be good for a bit of stew, I think.
We'll fry up some borscht. Have you had borscht?
I have not had borscht, no.
It's actually quite nice. It's put a little bit of sour cream in it. You know, it's quite nice. You get some. The only problem is it is so red that it looks like you are bleeding from the mouth after you eat it. But it's good. It's a nice little soup.
Kind of metal. I like that.
A little bit.
Alrighty, then we put this in here. And we get... Oh, it's a coin.
Remember, the coin goes into your wallet to buy iTunes gift cards.
Well, they don't exist in Avalar.
Well, I guess we'll just put it in the wishing well then.
Sure, why not, mate? And we get in return... a pencil.
When I was watching the speed run, someone said, "Why was the pencil in there?" And someone said, "Well, actually, that's not his pencil. By putting the coin in the wishing well, you wished for a pencil." And so that's how we get a new one.
Okay.
Deep lore.
My pencil! Now I can begin calculating the age of the universe again.
Jesus.
Take this orb.
I'd say get a hobby, but I don't think there's anything more Chad than like trying to figure out how old the universe is. Sha-sha!
Orb get.
Cheers, lad. Yeah, now we just got some scattered gems to collect, innit? Alright, where you are? Oh, under the water.
That's nice and close. Ah, there it is.
It's nice when they're easy, and it's not when it's not. Over there.
Couple more, it seems.
Ah, is it on top of... No, just straight over there, I guess?
Oh, is it the pot that you didn't break? The flying pot?
It might be. Where are you pointing me? Maybe it's around here somewhere.
I think, well, there is that one flying pot. Oh, we're right here.
Oh, you silly goose.
We gotta deal with that.
How, though? Like this, of course.
Oh, well that works.
Booyah! Ah, that's satisfying.
Boingo Dungo.
Indeed. Please refrain from using magic spells that can cause harm in the future. Let's see what these mystic marshes have to do when all is said and done then.
Honestly, that went by a lot nicer than I expected. Probably because that level gave me much problems.
Ah, so Tanner, much problems. What, there's no ending cutscene for that? Huh.
Maybe it's because there's no talismans. So, there's just... Huh.
Why don't you look that up while I get the next level started, wait?
Let's go. Spyro 2 ending cutscenes.
The Cloud Temples. I always confuse this one with Spyro 3 for some reason.
Yeah, it has a very Spyro 3 aesthetic, I will say.
There's a lot of magic and stuff involved. Because the worlds in Spyro 3 are specifically forgotten dragon worlds, and dragon worlds are all full of magic and whatnot.
Oh no, there are end-of-level cutscenes. Maybe you just, for this world, have to go through them out the portal.
Well, I could always lighten it back and do it before we end this part. Oh no! So I guess this level and Mystic Marsh are paired up. Oh, and of course Metropolis and the Farms one are as well. Yeah, it makes sense.
I used to be one of Avalar's most powerful magicians, until that big warlock over there stole my wand.
No.
He and his friends have used the magic within to take over the city.
We gotta put down a coup. I'll do it.
So the big gimmick is you got the wizards here who manipulate the level around you.
Oh man, these platforms got a bit of a blow up.
Yeah, I think they were just regular platforms without, you know, spikes or anything on them.
No. Demon goat, be gone.
Yeah, a little bit. There's one notable sort of mission in this level that is quite unique also. Bit of a different sort of thing. It's your favorite genre. How excited are you for that?
Kind of. It's stealth, of course. I think they've made it slightly easier than the original. I wasn't able to tell when I was watching Vinny do Spyro 2.
That would make sense because, of course, you know, modern sort of sight lines. Because I assume it's easier to program sort of seeing within a character's sight on modern consoles because, you know, you can just say, you know, set a raycast out from their eyes, as opposed to probably manually saying, if Spyro is in this general area, then, you know, end mission.
Nope.
Especially with the PS1's wonky polygons.
Oh, wonky polygons. You'll be the death of us all.
They're just throwing lives at you.
Seriously.
Like, there's a surprising amount. I will say, though, I think that's a good thing. I don't love games where it's like you really have to conserve your lives.
It depends on the game for me, really. Nope. I'm untouchable, bitch. Thank you. That door was a bit gaudy.
I kind of liked how it looked like the souls were going into its mouth.
Delicious souls. Oh, there's that fucker over there.
I want to see what he looks like in this new version, because he was, like, looking back, the most Muppety looking dude I've seen from the original. Like, he looked so... I don't want to use the word derpy, because it's so old, but it does feel like it.
Well, if a term is appropriate, a term is appropriate. It doesn't matter if it's an old meme or whatever.
Fair enough.
That door fot is gone. It's okay, I'll pick different words next time.
Hey, I'm not one to police language.
That's good, because you are a teacher. Actually, isn't that just your job?
No, because I very much, like, I'm the teacher who will talk to a student and say dude.
Okay, fair enough.
From the claws of those evil warlocks.
So yeah, if you're just doing the level normally, they're pretty short.
Help you on your journey.
The regular sort of level is a linear level, whereas as you, you know, once you finish the linear level, then you go through sheeples, huh?
Yep. Bold choice.
Huh, I think that's for beating the level without frying a sheep.
Aw, bless. There is actually an achievement, not a skill point, but an achievement if you can beat Gulp without taking out any chickens, I believe.
Oh, I assume if you're going for the perfect, that'd be easy to get at the same time.
Well, they wouldn't appear if you were not getting hit, so yeah. Now I'm fine with frying them, though.
Delicious fried sheep.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Remember these guys?
I do, yeah, and I remember this one-off power-up.
Oh yeah, it's only in this level, that's weird.
I tried a fire spell on the trolls, but that just made them crazier.
Oh, you silly.
This super freeze power-up will chill out the trolls, but we really need the bells to ring. They'll ring if you charge into them.
Let me do your job for you then. I mean, you have access to this freezing thing. Why do you need me exactly?
Oh, that's a cool color scheme, pardon the pun.
Oh. Nah, mate, it's nice. You gotta say what you gotta say.
Man, freezing trolls? If only I had that for the internet.
Oh, Tanner. It's okay, mate. We'll get through this together.
Yeah, this is a mission where you gotta ring the bells. If you actually were to beat the game and come back with the permanent fire breath power-up, you can actually just snipe them from afar.
Nice. Try not to touch them. They are fire, as previously established.
And Spyro, despite being a dragon, is not immune to fire.
Yeah, could have sworn there was a little whirly thing behind that, but I guess it's here. Or does that just take me across?
That takes you seemingly across.
Interesting.
But I think you can... nope, you can't aim up at it. I thought you could.
Alas.
That was, again, watching the speed runs of it, which... not the best way to prepare, I think.
These are some tricky ones, I'll bet, for a first time. I'm avoiding you.
I'm a
Ah,
secret agent. I'm going to my secret hideout. Only
Definitely a
members
lot
of
more
my secret
human-like.
club are allowed to go
it's always
there.
nice when they're more human,
Not
you know?
leaving unless you hide behind that tree so you can't see me.
And they got his hair, because he had those sort of, strands in the original.
Alright, I'm gonna hide behind this tree. And away he goes.
So yes, you need to follow him to his hideout. Thankfully, there are a lot of trees along the way to hide behind, and there's also sides of buildings. So if you run to the side of the building here after this, you are safe.
Ah, what a pillock.
So you can make as much noise as you want, but do not hit him with the fire breath. He will turn around.
Ah, you got it, mate.
Because, you know, this guy is the man with no ears from Tails Gets Trolled.
I'm just gonna wait here.
The hitboxes in the original were a bit of a challenge.
You can't see me. Oh, now you gotta hurry.
One and done.
What? You managed to get here without following me?
You must be
Remember
magic,
my
like a
secret
dragon
plan
or
after
something.
all. Here, take this secret decoder. It will allow us to send secret messages.
Or we could just use my phone. It has Wi-Fi.
At this time, though, it would be a flip phone, which I want artwork of Spyro just holding a flip phone.
That'd be awkward.
It would be, but would a smartphone be much better?
I know. Well, no, Sparks could hold it, I guess.
I guess he could.
Yeah, here, Sparks, hold on my shit, please.
Sparks, you know, a dragonfly known for holding up usually nothing.
Yeah, you're not wrong, bro, you're not wrong. Just checking to make sure I've not missed any gems.
There's nothing worse than when, you know, you're enjoying the nice summer, you know, and you're hanging out with, you know, your family, and a dragonfly flies by, and your little cousin's like, what are those two dragonflies doing? And you look over, and they're, like, on top of each other, and you're like, he's carrying his hurt friend.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh. Maybe I should carry my hurt friends from now on.
No.
You just realise you just made everything worse. And there's a rocket around here somewhere, I believe. I think it might actually be higher up. Yeah, there it is.
Alright. Yeah, you can't super head bash those ones there. You need either the super flame breath, if it's in the level, or a rocket.
Now, how the frick do I get up to the next level exactly?
I think actually where you hit the bell, I think there is a door that sends you out, so you have to go past these guys here again.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
Oh, wait, no, that's just another bell.
Ah, well, that'll work too. It's actually kind of a fun little puzzle where you use the freeze breath to freeze them at certain heights. So, there is a door that heads out there, though. It's somewhere around here.
I suppose you want an orb for doing that.
Well, I'm sorry, but we only accept things in freeze, so fuck off.
You can get to it by using the whirlwind behind me.
Oh, well, there you go. You had to unlock the whirlwind.
Oh, I see. I wasn't special enough yet. Can I get up? Nope. Oh, jeez.
It's a little bit high. Thankfully, you can sort of immediately break them if they are the wrong height and try again.
Well, whatever. Rocket should be around here. Yep, there it is.
A little hard to hit with ice breath, though.
A little bit. Sorry, need more. Still doing the thing. Still cool.
Literally.
Oh, Tanner. My sweet Tanner.
The puns just come so easily when we use the words cool and hot.
I guess. Is that enough? Can I do it?
I think so. Nope. Damn my positivity.
Thanks, Spyro. I didn't think you could do it. Here.
This dude's name is Mergen.
Cloud Temple's gift shop.
What kind of name is Mergen? Isn't that right, Spyro and Sparks?
Well, those have, you know, they mean something. Mergen means nothing.
What could it possibly mean?
Well, that's all the orbs. So now we just need to freeze our little friend over here.
I'm not sure. No, you keep running. You keep running, mister. Well, get some more ice and try again.
Wait for him, and... Now, he does do a jump, at the apex of the roof on the back there. So I wonder if you can use that to just make a higher platform to glide around.
Motherfucker. Oh, you're a tricky one, wee troll.
Tougher than any orb challenge, it's this specific rocket. That should be enough now.
Yeah. Right, let's freeze the rocket.
Yeah, sadly does not work. Again, though, cool color scheme on Spyro here. I like it. It's very much a good one for a one and done. I think in the original it just gave him, again, just a little bit of an aura. Didn't really give him the cool ice pattern.
That's great, yeah. I think what I'm going to do is, after we see the cutscene for this level, I will just cut out as going back to Mystic Marsh and just play the cutscene.
Watch it be, like, super unfunny. And just not worth the effort.
Where are they? I know they're here somewhere. Over there, is it?
Well, that looks to be Death Sparks.
What's that? I should go down there?
Saying, now I'll be the main character.
In your own time, Sparks. Over there, you say?
Did we miss some at the very beginning of the level?
I think I may have done. I fell for the oldest Insomniac trick in the book. Ah, bastards. Every one of them.
Let's see.
Wee-hee! Suppose I could just fly from back here. Oh, bloody hell.
It's literally right at the beginning.
Oh, boy.
And... oh! Oh, Sparks, you could have picked that one up when we walked by it 5 minutes ago.
No, it's fine. Spyro, why do you keep walking into things on purpose? Because you feel whatever pain I feel, Sparks.
It's true. We are soul-linked.
Nothing more powerful than a dragon and a dragonfly combined.
Oh, that's why it's a dragonfly, because he's a... Wow, I never put that together.
Wow, you're, kind of dumb for a teacher, mate.
Well, just, I never really thought of it in the way of they both have dragon in the name. I just thought it was a weird combo.
Nah, I've seen a housefly. I even seen a dragonfly, but I ain't ever seen an elephant fly. Ha! It's mating season.
Oh no!
It's okay, he's carrying his hurt friend.
It's true. Took a second to click in.
Alright, I'll call back to Mystic Marsh here. Jesus. Silliness. Foolishness, Dante. Foolishness.
This is power, Dante.
Don't look at them, Spyro. Acquire orbs. Don't look at Alora. Oh, that was funny. I kind of have to keep that in there. Whatever. Let's go get the Mystic Marsh cutscene. Give us a sec. Here we go. Cutscene for your pleasure. I'm just gonna have a nap here. It's fine.
I don't like that lip movement.
Well, he doesn't like naps, so get it to fucking together. Oh, I don't even have any hands. He's gonna come around with a knife next time.